What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Kiskapades podcast. I have a very special guest with me today, and I'll just let her introduce herself and what she does, and then I'll take it on from there. But I'll just say I have so much respect for what she does in the digital space, and just her movement, and what she's actually built. I have nothing but a lot of respect for you.
Thank you.
So just introduce yourself and what you do, and then we'll take it from there.
So hi guys, my name is Maxine Wabosha. I am a content creator. I make travel, beauty, lifestyle videos, mostly on YouTube and Instagram as well. I'm also a student. I take mechanical engineering, currently on my 5th year at the University of Nairobi.
Oh wait, is that last part actually true, or you're just making it up?
It's true.
Mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
You see, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
When people see like all these other things on YouTube and stuff, like they'd actually like just assume, okay, maybe she went to just like beauty school, and okay, not to discredit people who've gone to do beauty in school.
I actually get it.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
mechanical engineering. Off camera we were just talking about engineering. If you're studying if you're doing engineering, that money is going to be enjoyed by your kids, not you. So I understand why you're having as much fun as you can right now, because this is the only time you can do that. Once you start working,
not as much.
Yeah, so I mean, you're doing quite well on the digital space, and especially like just specifically YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I think I would say you're one of the best in the country right now. Arguably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing like quite well, because we don't want to go to like the whole comparison thing and stuff, but you're doing like quite well. The way you create your content, the way you've built your audience, interaction and all those things, and consistency, most importantly, consistency.
Though I'm struggling with that.
You are?
But I'm back.
Oh wait, you took a break?
No, I didn't take a break.
It's okay. It's okay to admit,
No, it wasn't really a break. It was actually more of like a creative funk. As in nothing I was creating, just I didn't like anything that I was filming. So I was ending up filming so much content, and a lot of it, half of it wasn't even getting edited. The other half that was getting
there was
edited.
No time, or?
No, it wasn't getting edited, because after I film, I was like, I'm not really feeling that one so much. Then the other half that was getting edited, I'd be like, schedule it to upload, and then right before I go and delete it, because I'm like, I'm not sure I want to put it out there. But I think also it has something to do with the fact that I guess in the beginning of the year, influencers, people were coming at us and content creators a lot. I don't know, I feel like some people felt like a lot of the influencers weren't really being like genuine with products that they
I heard about
supporting.
That thing. Yeah.
And also at the same time, for content, there was a time Joanna Kinuthi, I don't know if you know her, she's a fellow beauty vlogger.
I know her.
So she put out a post and she was like, you guys give me feedback about why you'd click out of a video. Now, of course, some people being haters, of course, there are people who went there with genuine feedback.
Yeah, just telling you,
and
personally,
I don't catch feelings for feedback. You tell me something and I'd go and actually look for how I'd make it better and how I'd accommodate it, and if it's something I wasn't willing to change, I'd just be like, maybe you also bear with me that part.
Yeah.
But people got mean about content, like no one was safe.
So about her specifically, or just everybody else?
It became like a space for, it doesn't matter whether you have 72,000 subscribers or 10 subscribers, everybody was getting it. Attacked. So I feel like that period actually affected me more than I'd like to admit.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
It got into you.
It did. It actually did. So it felt like I had to accommodate what everyone wanted. Like there's a person who wants a short video and again a long video. So now I'm stuck. I'm like, so then how long should the perfect video be?
Kwani how long your videos
It depends on the video. If it's like an in-depth review, it can be like 15, 20 minutes. If it's like a vlog, it can be 7, 10 minutes.
That's okay. So now what are they going to say when you share a podcast that's 1 hour, 20 minutes? 1 hour, 20 minutes? But yeah, so that's the funny thing. I think when somebody, and that's why I'm always saying, like, even for me as a just content creator or creative, the one thing that I really take seriously is just like my sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Like even a client, if you shout at me, I refund you back your money.
And you live.
Yeah, because like all I need as a creative, all that I have as a creative is my mind.
Yeah. True.
So I just need my headspace, because I might take your money, but here you are like just torturing me, like those kind of clients.
I do.
But I've paid you. Just because you paid me doesn't mean like you own me.
No, but it's mostly usually the clients who even bargained the price so low that it's like.
Listen, if somebody kwanza starts saying like, by the that rate that you want me to do it, from the word go, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
You'll give them the best discount, and then they'll just like make sure you're earning every single penny that they're paying you. But okay, I didn't know that somebody that like you would go through that, and it might actually give you like that creator's block.
Yeah.
Where now you're like, okay, so what content do I make for people?
That's what I went through. I can say from literally that period until literally now, like just during the weekend is when I got out of it. And now I actually have content.
No, we need you. No, don't fall for that. Plus, you also have to understand that, okay, when she asked that, she actually just opened a door that wasn't supposed to be open. Because if one thing you should know about like Kenyans are just trolls. There are so many people who are idle.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing, like, listen, let's say you have your subscription now is at like 77,000, 77K, right?
Yeah.
There is no way you'd have 77,000 people following you if they don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Come on.
I guess now I had to,
And you have
to
do this. Take your numbers, 77K following, compared to the number of people complaining. How many would they be?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Give priority to the people who matter, the people who support what you do.
Yeah.
Because they like what you do. They're the ones who subscribe, and they do genuinely like. Yeah. So don't let these people, I can never, for me, I don't even care what you think about like my videos. And even at times when a client tells me like, to change this to this, I'm always like, I don't think that's right. And then they'd say, why? I'm like, because I shoot, I edit, and it's my creation.
Yeah.
So I think this is how it's supposed to be. Not that I'm not open to criticism, but it can be criticism as long as it's, it just makes sense to you as a creative.
Yeah.
Because if somebody starts telling you like, I don't like how your nose looks, come on, what is that?
What am I supposed to do about my nose?
I've had clients who tell me like, I don't like how I look. Okay, so now I'm like, now I have to be your therapist actually, because I have to teach you about self-love.
Yeah.
You need to love yourself. I mean, that's a whole other rate card. I can't be doing therapy and I'm charging you for creative, Nini. I can't be doing that. So, just since we're just talking about like just the digital content and everything, can you recall like what made you like actually forget like about the first video, like what made you actually like now take YouTube like seriously? Because of course I know everybody has like, I started my first video, maybe me and my friends goofing around. I just want like the one video that you actually posted and you're like, okay, maybe I need to start taking this YouTube thing seriously.
I think that
especially, sorry to interrupt you, especially coming from a mechanical engineering like line of many like study, and now this is art, and now actually pursuing this like even more.
I think, okay, first of all, a very weird random fact about me. So before,
let's hear it. Drum roll.
Before I joined uni,
I
actually went and took a test. What's this? How do you call it? Like a personality test to help
something like that.
Yeah, to help me see where I would best fit in the career world.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after I took the test, the professor came back and he was like, okay, you're one of those rare people who can work really well in the field of science and at the same time still in art. So I was like, okay. So I guess I'd like to admit that because I had like the good grades and because engineering sounds fancy and nice to say, that's why I leaned in more. And also I like math, so there are not that many courses I'd do that will allow me to do more math and less reading because I'm really not a books person.
Wait. You like math?
Yeah, I like math since it was always my favorite subject since primary all the way high school.
Okay, let's just go on with the things that I like because I don't like math. Okay. So you did this test and then you figured out.
I had both. At that time, YouTube was nowhere even like in mind. So I was like, I'll just figure out how to do the art thing at some point in my life. Then one day started, I posted one video, and I think for me, the time I really started taking YouTube seriously was even almost a year after I started. I did this collab video with Miniso. So at the time...
I think even that popped up on my timeline.
Yeah, so I think first that's where I instantly gained a lot of subscribers, and also at the same time it's where I really figured out that, oh my god, I can actually do this, because at the time we hadn't yet reached this space where these days almost everyone has a YouTube channel.
Welcome to my channel.
Ziko nyingi. At the time I started, like I used to look for local YouTubers
people that you can actually see and learn something from.
Nothing, and the ones who were there were way older. They are women in their 30s. So I used to feel so left out and like I can't even, approach this person and talk to them.
Why not?
I just used to feel like they're so much older than I am. Will they just look at me like, look at this child?
No, but okay, okay, I get what you're saying.
So, and also at the time, they're the ones who used to get all these big fancy collab videos. So I guess when Miniso approached me to do the video with them, I was like, wow.
Really?
Yeah, we're actually doing this. And I guess that's when I actually started taking it seriously. And actually, I think it's something that I might end up doing forever. I'll be that old grandmother at the home.
Still on YouTube, like
vlogs.
Yeah,
because I genuinely enjoy doing it. Even before I had the channel, I just used to sit down, do my makeup, and talk to myself like it's a tutorial.
Yeah, and not like actually go through.
Yeah, with posting it and everything. So now that I actually have people who watch them, I guess it's a plus because I'm going to make them anyway. So
there's nothing more special than that. Because I started my podcast channel like recently, and I've always been that person who's starting like a different YouTube channel. This is not working. I try another one. This is not working. But of course, definitely the podcast, I think I've found like my purpose and lane.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and I don't even pay attention to numbers now because I'm like, I'm giving you guys this content because I love it. I'm taking time to make it and everything. And just the two little messages that I'm getting are definitely making me like create it more and more.
Yeah.
But when you are like just before you even like just of course got to like the 77 or just like those crazy numbers, is there a time like you post a video and then you see like, these views, maze?
No.
No?
Surprisingly, I have never been that into numbers. Actually, there was a point you'd ask me, like I'd go into a meeting and they'll be like, but how many subscribers do you have? And I'd be like, wow, let me actually just confirm real quick.
And genuinely because you're not paying attention to.
Yeah, because I don't know. Even Instagram, right now I know it's 100K because when it reached, someone was like, oh my God, there it is. And I was so happy, I was excited. But then right now, if you ask me how far up it's moved, I wouldn't even be able to tell you where it's gone to. So for me, I post the video and I actually don't go back every few minutes to check, okay, let's see the views and everything. I actually use an app, the YouTube Creator Studio, to reply to comments. Because that way, I won't see how many likes the video has. I won't see how many views.
See what they sent me yesterday? I have a landscape. What do you call it? A milestone. Yeah. So I just got to 100 subscribers.
Hey, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. It's been a struggle. The struggle has been real.
Only way is up now.
No, yeah. But I think for me, even for now, what I understand is you don't pay attention to the numbers, because now you are attracting like just people who are genuinely enjoying your content, and that's what I want. I just don't want random people to like, hey, subscribe. No, I want people who are coming there to see what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, and even if I need to promote a product that I like, or if I'm selling my merch, it actually makes sense. It's not like you can have like 500,000 people, and then when you're selling t-shirts, you're only selling 10 t-shirts. See, that doesn't make any sense. People are following you for like all the wrong reasons. And that's important as well. But it's just one of those things, like a lot of upcoming YouTubers I don't think understand. Were you ever like going around school asking people, hey, subscribe?
No, I actually did not want people in school to find out I had the channel. So I was like, I'm going to keep this as low-key as possible for as long as I can. Of course, one person knew, one person goes like, hey, have you seen this? And then suddenly... But people are really nice about it. Like guys in school were asking to subscribe just to support, like guys.
Why didn't you tell us that you actually?
Guys because at the beginning I used to post only makeup stuff. So guys in our class, we were a class of 100 boys and 15 girls, and they would ask to subscribe
so they'd
to
still
support.
Yeah. Wow.
So it turned out good.
Okay, how about like your parents? Like, are they artsy people? Did they understand when you were doing it? Did they become supportive immediately? They're like, hey, wait, we're supposed to be doing engineering. Why just doing makeup? And plus, if they go online, they'd be like, hey, she's spending too much time on Will she any her exams?
I think I have literally the most supportive parents ever in this world. So like I've done a lot of things. A lot. Ever since primary I used to enter piano, mara, karate, horseback riding. I used to be everywhere trying out everything. So I think that honestly, they might just be glad that something came and stuck.
Oh, at least now she's settled towards something. So they're already used to you, and I think for most parents, they should understand and even pick from that.
So when it finally came and stuck, they were actually really supportive. I think my mom is the one who now stocks videos. You see how I'm supposed to be the one checking, how many views now? That's my mom.
Oh, she does
that.
My
mom even comes and is like, okay, there's this comment on this video. I feel like you should reply. By the way, my mom, if it's ever my subscribers against me, my mom is on my subscribers' side. It's like, yes, go and reply those comments that you've not replied to.
At least now she's actually hands-on and she pays attention. And I think there's nothing more special than that, having actually your parents. And this is an online thing. And even another important thing is that because how you've like just built your brand, it's not about like, sexiness or doing any, no, it's just genuinely like just pure personality, skill. You're just showcasing so many other different things. I haven't even seen you like promoting like alcoholic brands, no? I
have partnered with Junior Party.
Okay, for Hangover Fridays? Oh, okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
No. I'm a good in between. I know how to have fun. But also, I guess with the picture, because sometimes I'll be going out and I meet with subscribers and they're like shocked to see me there, and I'm like, just because I don't post it, because I'm not going to do a vlog at the club.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't do it, and I don't have to like feel, because I have a lot of younger subscribers, and that's something I came to realize. Like, parents sometimes are sending me videos of their kids. I actually have the cutest one that I will show you.
Yeah, you can show me.
It is like the cutest child, and so I have to be really careful about what I'm posting, like on my feed and on my stories, because this is a young girl looking up to me. I just can't be carrying myself some way, because that's what she's looking up to.
Yeah, and the thing is, what a lot of people don't realize now, it's social media is so huge right now.
Yeah.
It's so huge that you can't even ignore it. You can't start saying like, don't pay attention to social media. What do you mean don't pay attention to social media?
True.
If I don't, your kid is. Your uncle somewhere is.
Yeah.
Your dad probably is. So it's not just, it's there. Let's just figure out how we can live and just survive with it.
Yeah.
But that also brings me to, like, you see the way you've mentioned, like, parents sending you this. Or is it like their kids watching your video or something?
Yeah.
So now you see, like, but there are some kids now who are trying to figure themselves out, or they're just starting off their channel or something, and they get depressed because of comparing themselves. They're like, hey, as a Maxine 77k views, like the 80k views look on your videos and stuff. Somebody's refreshing their video, they're like 5. Now, like, even my friends don't watch my videos. Like, forget friends, people in my house, are you guys even watching my video? I'm actually not interested. So, but how do you just detach yourself from that? Or what advice would you give, like, anybody who's starting off and they're just always refreshing to try and see if they get more views? Wake up in the morning, refresh, 5 views.
I think I've said this once before on my channel. You might look at someone else and you're comparing yourself and you're like, oh my God, look at this other person. They are so far ahead, look at what they're doing. Okay, first thing, never compare yourself with someone who you do not know personally.
Yep.
Who you're just saying things on the internet. I'm putting what's on the internet because that's what I want you to see. You don't know what I'm doing. I can be borrowing a car.
Yeah.
Napiga picture, I go and post. I go to someone else's
Tell people
house.
all the time, yeah.
Yeah, that is what I'm posting. So I'm literally just posting what I want you to see.
Yeah.
Like the other day, Maureen, Frankie's wife, she came out and she said that she had been battling depression and drinking literally the whole of this year since the beginning. And when you look at Maureen on Instagram and
always
on YouTube,
happy.
she is literally, that is how you would explain Maureen.
Who's Maureen? So that I don't confuse it with any.
Mo. She has a hair by Mo or something like that.
Oh, okay. I think I know the person you're talking about. Yeah.
So, as in, if you would describe Maureen, you'd say she's the bubbliest, happiest person. That's what the comments used to be filled with.
Yep.
So when she came out and said it, I was actually so shocked. I was like, you could never guess, never at all, even think that such a person is going through such a thing. And so, like I said, unless what she was choosing to put out there was not her depression side, she chose to wait to get out of it, and that's when she shared. So when you look at someone's pictures, especially on Instagram, don't think someone has everything figured out. They most probably don't. And then the other thing is people's blessings come at different times.
Yeah.
My blessing might have come now, but you don't know. Maybe my subscribers have reached that 77k and they'll never move from there.
No, they'll keep moving. Let's use a practical example. That's not practical.
No, but I've seen people
I get what you're saying.
Have moved really quickly and then they stagnate. As in they just take forever to get
now
the next
overwhelmed,
1,000.
they're not sure, like, okay, what do I do now to get more people?
Or even if they're still putting out good content, but more people are just not joining. It happens.
Or they're moving to different YouTubers, like, oh, this is a new person doing something better than what she was doing.
So maybe you'll be growing slowly, steadily, but your count will always just be adding up, at a good rate. So I don't know, especially the numbers, don't compare yourself. You'll get so depressed about it.
Hey. So I've just shown you my nini.
Yeah.
And no, but that's a new thing. But here's the thing, like once I found like just my lane when doing the podcast, I was like, it gives me so much fulfillment because I'm like, it's meaningful content.
Yeah.
So for the first time, I'm not thinking about numbers at all.
It's just
But I'm just
putting
thinking
it out
content.
there.
Yeah, that's why when you're asking me, like, there's times like I'd hesitate on posting and, may I shoot something, it's going up. There is
By
not,
fire, by force.
it's going up. You're getting the content because I've spent my time and everything. And that's what like was like most of the time like slowing me down because I was like, it's not good enough. I don't sound right. My
Yeah.
voice doesn't sound. What do you mean my voice doesn't sound right? What is that? But I get that, and that's the thing I'm always like telling clients nowadays. I shoot something for someone, and then somebody would say like, I don't like how I sound. Hey, here it is, therapy 101 again.
You should
Come on.
start invoicing people. After the
Hey.
session, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll email you.
Yeah, because there's nothing that can be done about that, and you have to take a step back. And it's just because you're not used to listening to yourself.
Yeah.
You're not used to
That's what
looking
I
at
was even
yourself.
about to say.
Yeah, you're not used to looking at yourself. You're not used to. It's other people who have that image of you, and just see from other people's comments. They'll be like, "Hey, you sound nice on Nini by day."
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, "I sound good on the podcast." What do you mean? I was like, So it's me who was just like over analyzing or
Yeah.
over critiquing myself. So the next question is, so this is just like a hit list kind of Q&A, but just like quick. What if you're to give somebody like just 5 quick tips on just either starting or growing a YouTube channel? What would be the 5 tips?
Number 1, don't invest in the channel until you're completely sure. Because I think sometimes people think it's really simple and then you start doing it and you hate it.
Yeah.
So don't buy all the fancy equipment. Use what you have first. Number 2, when you start, don't stop. A lot of people put out their first video and by the time they're putting out their next one,
Yeah.
YouTube time is not like real time. You'll get forgotten, especially if you're new.
Oh, yes.
You'll get forgotten very
yes.
fast. Number 3, consistency. YouTube actually favors your content if you post consistently. So if YouTube is noticing that every Wednesday you will have a video, then they push your video to more audiences.
Or it starts like a home search page and Nini.
Yeah. So a lot of people, when they open their feed, they will see it. Number 4, you will not get rich from doing YouTube. A lot of people are now joining because they feel like I will join and suddenly wake up and become rich.
Yeah.
I get paid by AdSense and I never even notice because the money goes straight into my account.
Yeah.
I never even notice when it has changed. I mean, at
Yeah.
least now it's gotten more and a bit more consistent, but
Yeah. It's not as you
can't
really have to
build
do
a
like
life.
crazy numbers. Crazy
Yeah.
numbers. And it's there on YouTube. You can actually just go and see like how you earn like was it 1,000
per
views?
1,000 views.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but you'd have to get like, let's say maybe at least 100 to 1 million views per video consecutively to be earning a lot of money. The 5th thing is, I guess, be yourself and do what you like, because it shows if you are uncomfortable on camera, people will be able to see. So make sure
they'll pick it.
Yeah, make sure it's something that you actually enjoy doing and you're comfortable and you're also being yourself. Otherwise, you'll get called out.
And Kenyans, that's where they come in. That's where they have degrees on just smelling like this person is not true about what they're doing.
Yeah.
Attack.
And once one attacks, that's it.
Everybody
That's
else is. So I think that I just needed that segment for people who are like always just want like just brief tips on like how do I go about this, and coming from you makes sense because check our numbers, check our consistency, you'll see all those things that come to play.
Yeah.
What are some of like the things that just happened behind the scenes, because now we're talking about all these things, talking about other people and stuff. What are some of the things that happen behind the scenes that people don't know before you put out like a video? Self-doubt, maybe like just doing, your lines over and over again? Am you're just the kind of person who's like
Nah, the
running?
over and over again.
Yeah.
I think
You do it a lot.
so many times. As in, like yesterday, I was editing a video, and for like, cause what I do, where it's easier for me to edit is
Yeah.
I take like clips at a time.
Yeah.
So then I like say one point, and then I end that clip, restart it again. So I had like 10 of me trying to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And you know, realistically, when I looked at the first two, there was nothing
like,
wrong.
they were actually
They were
okay.
okay. But I just felt like I needed to say that same thing 10 times. And actually, the thing is, I used the one that I said the second time and not the 10th one.
See, over-critiquing
Yeah.
yourself. Over-critiquing yourself. And just that, anything else that, you know?
I think because for me, my self-doubt comes after I've made
Yeah.
the content, not before.
So after you're done, like even editing the video?
Yeah, that's when
that's
I'm
going
like,
up. That one I'm pushing it. I've finished editing and rendered. On the timeline, sawa, I can debate with that with myself. But yeah, okay, sawa, maybe no. But after I render, it's going up.
it's going up.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to start having that. Maybe one day I'll start publishing the videos that I just keep private.
Yeah.
Just to see.
And you'd be shocked because people will be like, hey, we don't see anything. Like, what were you saying? Like,
Yeah.
we're not even. And like the way you've said, a very good point that you just talked about previously. Be yourself.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with being yourself? You can't Photoshop yourself. Once that's the thing with video, you can't Photoshop yourself.
Yeah.
No. If there was a shortcut for that, hey,
Like
people
for
would have been
example,
happy.
I did a video the other day.
Yeah.
And my eyelash, part of it came out.
When you're talking.
No, I wasn't talking, but you know, sometimes you don't realize and it's lifted a bit. So I did the whole video. It's a 20-minute video, but my eyelash is lifted a bit. I think that's the first video. Tomorrow it's going up.
Oh yeah.
I was
oh
like,
yeah. No, because you've invested so much time. And
I'm not going to post that video because of that tiny part that has lifted.
No, post it because it's just like even going back to just correct that because of the eyelash. Let people ask and tell. You can tell them like even on the small video that you can add at the end. Like,
I'll
by
even
the
just
way,
put it on the comment section. I'll be like, yep, I saw it as I was editing, but it's too late.
What would you say is like your most memorable video? Like out of your videos, like there's that one that you did and you're like, and this one was good, maybe because the impact, the feedback you got from people, just like you're always going back to watch it because this one was nice.
Okay, I think I have two. The first one is actually a recent one that I did this year. So we went to Langkawi, and I'd actually really planned.
What's that? What's Langkawi?
Langkawi, it's an island in Malaysia.
How do you drop that name casually? You think like I know where Langkawi is. I'm thinking you're talking about somewhere between South B and Tahoe. Like, I don't know.
No, it's an island.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. Reminds me of almost maybe Lamu. It has such
it has
vibes,
that
and
vibe,
still it doesn't, like people haven't discovered it yet, so it's not very touristy.
Yeah.
So when I was doing the vlog, I really arranged all my transitions nicely, Nini. So from like a creative point, I loved it.
You loved it.
As in, I was really proud. And that video doesn't even have a lot of views.
Yeah, but you know,
in
like
my
deep
heart,
down, you know,
it would be
this
the
one.
video that if I was even going to show you something from it, that's the video I'd probably show you. And also people commented, you know, as a creative, someone can tell you, oh, you look really nice in the video, but to you, the comment that gets you is when someone is like, oh wow, your editing skills there, your transitions, you've been so cool. So when I got such comments, I was excited. And then the next video was a video that I took a subscriber on a date. So
wow.
Yeah, I met this girl. I was coming from school, and on my way home I decided, hey, let me grab some chicken at KFC. So then as I was leaving, I guess because I'm always at KFC, just gave it away that it was me.
Oh yeah, so that's you.
So then she literally just started hyperventilating and crying, and I was like,
Wait.
my God. I was so shocked. And at the time, I wasn't even that big yet.
Like,
yeah, so I was like, hey, you know what? Actually, like, took her number, and I was like, let's just chill.
Yeah. It's the come on. It's the least you can do. She's crying.
So we went out to the hub. We had an amazing time, and we actually vlogged. And she was also so nice with the camera and everything. And we're actually friends. Like, we still text right now.
Oh, wow.
So I think that's another one that I really enjoyed.
Like one of your best. And it's just those little things that, actually happen to you, and just you see the impact that you have on someone. You're like, wow, okay, so yes, I'm doing this thing for fun, but come on, man, I didn't know that, like there are people who really like appreciate what I do, the that content, much. And you see that at times can now make you even respect yourself as a brand, because you're like, the way you've said, the things that you're putting out. And it kind of like gives you like a sense of purpose, I'm guessing.
It does.
So let's talk about this, what do you call it? Like, do you ever get a creative block of the sort?
I think that's what we were talking
apart
about.
From the, from, no, that's not an any, that you actually chose. You chose that block.
I chose.
You chose that. But forget about that. But that one of like, you have so many ideas, but you just can't seem to press the record button. I have at times I have those. Do you ever have any of those?
I think my first
like
one,
you formulate them, you put them on the timeline in your head, but the laptop is there or the comp is there and the camera is there, but you don't shoot or edit.
No, I don't think I've experienced that yet.
Okay, wait for it.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Don't jinx me now. I've just come out of a funk. So, no.
Okay, or how, let's go with, how long does it take you to come up with like just a video idea? Because let's say the way you've talked about, YouTube favors you if you post like maybe consistently, like on Wednesdays. So how long does it take you to like just come up with your next kind of like content?
I come up with content very randomly. Most of the times I'm just in bed. Also, I watch a lot of YouTube. I consume so much YouTube. So I could just be sitting or even checking on Instagram, and then I see something and I'm like, wow, this is actually a good video. And something that I always tell especially vloggers is that everything is content.
Everything is content.
Everything is content. You just have to be smart about how you put it. You have to make it interesting. That's where now your creative skills come in.
Storytelling and everything.
But if you really want a video, how to kosa? Like, because every day you're going to get out of bed, why not just pick a camera?
So what do I shoot? Have you ever had people say, so what do I shoot?
Pick up a camera that day and just try to get creative shots and be interesting, like once you press record. And that's content in itself. But like my content comes very randomly. Like I said, now it's been a good week. So I have actually had ideas like back to back.
And you have to shoot Kwanzaa when that feeling is there. You have to keep shooting.
Oh my God,
You have to be like,
that is what I was saying.
What are we shooting?
I even sometimes wake up because I get the idea and I get so excited. I'm like, I just need to film. It's 1 a.m. and I've woken up to film a video because you're so excited and you don't want it to go away and you just want to do it.
You don't want that feeling to be any different when you... Okay, that's very interesting. And if you would say there are some people like, who influenced your work, or just like, kind of like you really looked up to, even if you didn't work with them, but you actually looked up to them when you're starting off, who would you say like was 1, 2, or 3 people who like were your biggest?
I have one for sure.
Listen to it. I have one for sure. Yes. Who?
Sharon Mundia, Success.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
Wow. Yeah. And actually I've just recently met her. I hadn't met her like every time, even when we had these events, either I'd come or she'd come. We'd never like interact during them. We'd just miss each other. And so I remember I was, still am, such a big fan.
Yeah.
Like just how she used to execute everything on her videos, her simplicity. So I found that maybe it's someone who is closer to the style. Like I felt like
That
I
you'd
could
want,
relate.
direction you want to go
yeah,
to.
in that even how she does her makeup, it's so simple. It's not really out there.
Crazy.
And I'm also not
Do you
the
have
same
any
way.
makeup on?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, wow.
But it's like a skill. This is what I call
Superb.
the deception makeup.
Hey.
It's called deception.
Deception. Okay, yeah. Back to your influence from Sharon.
Yeah, so I think her just doing it and putting up the content. I remember from her blogs when she was switching onto YouTube.
Yeah.
I remember watching that first video of hers and being so excited for her. Extremely excited. I'm like, wow, finally she's now on YouTube. You know, you can see the facial expressions that are normally.
You can see her. This person that normally used to.
So it's awesome. She's the one person until now, if I got a notification from,
You're still.
world stops
You're
and
ready
then we are watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself ever transitioning like the way she's moved to something like TV, or you're just comfortable with just the digital space? Because even like YouTubers abroad, there's some who are like, yo, TV is just not for me.
Yeah.
Me, I'm comfortable just doing like digital. Plus, digital is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, actually, I feel like people are moving more away from TV
Yep.
to now YouTube.
Yep.
So the move is this other way and
Yes.
not the other way around. So
Yep.
do I see myself moving? Actually, there was a time I really wanted to be like on TV, to maybe host a show or something like that. Now it's not really a priority because you see, again, when she got the job, she had to become a bit more inconsistent with her content.
She can't do her content.
Yeah, it's a Monday to Friday job.
Plus, she doesn't own her content.
No?
No, when you're doing that it's TV's content.
Oh, okay. I thought
Not
you meant
the YouTube. No,
one.
not the YouTube.
Like, what?
But I'm just saying, like, now this thing that you're doing every single day, you don't own the content, probably even the name.
And you can't fully control everything that happens in the show. And I'm very, I like my things to look a certain way.
Yeah, you call the shots. So.
Yeah, so I don't know if, I'd do it if it's something really, really interesting and I'd like, and if it wouldn't affect my content.
Creative
I'd
space,
still want to be able to make my YouTube stuff. So if somehow I'd be able to make that work, then I'd go for it.
Okay, interesting, because it's kind of like tricky now, because I think like even TV and radio, they've noticed like, oh shit,
Yeah.
these influencers and people online, they're actually making more numbers than us. And there are some TV channels, if you actually go to their YouTubes, like, yo, people are actually doing way better than them.
Yeah.
And the numbers are there, they're actually showing. So they're like, yo, let's do this. Let's take these guys and bring them
And put them
to
then
TV.
people will
Yeah,
watch.
and then people now actually, and some people actually tune in because you put that person that they
there.
actually used
Yeah.
to, and they're involved in their life, they invested, and they're like, okay, so we'll watch the show. But just because she's our person. And that makes sense as well, not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
They're just playing their cards right. Otherwise, nobody would watch the TV shows. Yeah, for sure.
I actually personally don't remember the last time I sat and watched TV.
There you go. Because here's the thing. I don't own a TV. Yeah, at all. But just because me, I'm a Netflix person and my laptop, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, I don't, even if I got a TV, I don't know what purpose.
You
I'd be
wouldn't
watching it
use
maybe
it.
the weekends for like those mainstream movies that you're trying to watch. And then I'd just be back to my laptop.
I think that's how life is. As in
Right
everyone
now,
is
right?
on
Or
Netflix and
or
YouTube.
Am I on my own world or something?
No.
It's the same thing, eh?
Everywhere.
So, if just when you were growing just on YouTube and that kind of like just the digital platform, when you're starting off, because I know everybody's always like trying to figure themselves out, is there a point where there's some people you're trying to get collabs with and you're like, hey, Maxine, not now. Bado, eh? I mean, are there some people that you approached and they were not like
Weirdly enough, I never tried.
You didn't?
No, I never tried to get collabs.
That's
Which is strange because right now, I actually, the most interesting thing happened.
yeah.
A subscriber called me the other day. I don't even know how she got my number, but she called me.
Yeah.
And she had the strangest request. She was like, okay, so what I want us to do is I've tried filming on my own and it's not working. So I'd like you to come. You carry all your equipment, your lights, your camera. We film with your equipment. And also I want you to be in the video as well, filming with me. And then in my head, I'm like, okay, so I come, we film with you one video.
How? Okay, sorry, I'll finish the story.
I come, we film with you one video.
Yeah.
Then what will happen after that with your channel? Because see me, I'm going home with my equipment. She was like, no. You know, we can even do like 5 videos. In my head, I'm thinking, hey, do you know how long it takes to film just one?
Edit?
Yeah.
Concept?
And you want us to film 5.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of, especially the new people joining YouTube now, they want everything delivered.
Now.
Yeah, kila kitu too.
Yeah,
they just want it given to them. Like someone would ask you such a simple question, like how to open a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad to ask, but it will be faster to get the answer if you typed it on Google. I mean,
YouTube.
Yeah, as in if you have bundles to DM me and ask me how to open a channel.
Yeah.
You have bundles to Google and you'd probably get the answer faster. You'd get it also with a tutorial because, you know, through DMs you might not be able to nini. Now if it's something more like what do you use to edit?
Yeah, what software? Yeah, it makes sense.
It's simple for me to come and tell you because, you know, there are a lot of softwares and it's really hard to do the trial and error thing.
Yeah.
But then, as in even how to upload a video, just like Google and it will tell you, don't expect everything. As when we were starting, first of all,
nobody's feeding you anything. Figure that shit
out. You were going on Google even how to make your intros and everything. You check and you figured it out. You didn't die. No one came and because people want you to literally sit with them and tell them, okay, this is what I normally do, and so just do the exact same thing. And it can't work like that. It can't work like that.
And it's just so funny because you've brought it up because all these people who've been like doing so, like anything in their art department for quite a while, like even for you, you've been doing it for a while, you see. And people don't understand because at times you're trying to tell somebody like, you know, you really have to invest in your time first of all, not even equipment, just your time. If you want to learn something, you'll actually learn.
Yeah.
It's not up to me, it's not up to her. But if you're, because even like for me when I'm doing like a podcast, right? And somebody would see me posting like a behind the scenes, they'd be like, oh my God, how much is all your equipment? I'm like, yo, listen, you're losing the whole, like you don't even understand the first thing about podcast. Because you can do it with your phone. Yeah, you can chill with your phone and talk for like 2 hours on your phone. Get it done, post it online. It's done. So you're losing like the whole idea of what's going behind everything. Just custom, tailor make like your path. Don't be afraid to try and seek the answer to like a finished, polished product. Because like for you, if somebody's asking you for tips to get to where you are, like even when they're saying like, you know, come with your gear, we use your camera, it's because in their mind they're like, I want it to look exactly
like hers.
And even editing would be like, okay, now and then you edit for me. You edit for me the 5 videos, and then after you're done with the 5 videos, once I post them, I'll call you when we need to do the 5 other videos. I'm like, yo, I'm confused. What's happening? What's happening here? What's happening? But I guess the funny thing is like when you see the innocence that someone is asking you this with, you're like, yo, you actually don't realize even what they're asking is like you don't really have the answers. You can't help them because they're already like not.
That baby on a leash.
Where?
There.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
they actually put kids on leashes.
No, us you just used to get slapped and you're like, where? You just get like a where from your mom, like.
Wait, it should not be illegal. I don't know.
No, but they have it. Like white people have those ninis. See, like you have your kid like on a nini.
On a leash.
Yes. No, black kids definitely won't see them on that, but white kids definitely it's there. So that yani just, when they pull you, you can know, okay, sir, you're going out of range. And you can pull them back, or you can tag them a bit.
You pull a dog like
At
that,
least,
not a
wait,
human being.
no, at least it's not on the neck. Now if it was on the neck, it's like, hey, wait, I think we're pushing it. We're pushing it. But yeah, so just going back to the podcast, it's interesting, but I was saying, I think a lot of people who are starting off, it comes off with, and even for me, I've noticed something like, somebody would be, let's say like it's a lady, right? She wants to do something to do with makeup and everything. She'd be like, because I'm pretty, I need a crew. I need people to come, take videos of me, shoot, do this. And then you're like, okay, and then, so what do we get? Like, how is this beneficial to me? Like, am I getting paid, or what exactly are you asking? They're like, no, but I'm pretty. But, what the scariest thing is, like when somebody's asking you this, and it's from they're innocent, like they don't see anything wrong with what they're requesting. Yeah, that's where now to me it's like, it's a bit scary, because okay, what's exactly happening? But I guess you live and learn.
Yeah, but
once you start,
I think it's a problem with this generation.
Yeah, you've noticed it,
high
right?
School,
yeah.
beyond. It's there's something, and also another thing that I've noticed with them is they want followers. Like once you reach school holidays, I'll get a lot of DMs of kids just being like, "Hey, give me a shout out so that I can get more followers."
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, okay, you want more followers, but for what?
And then what?
Do you know what you want to do with them, or do you just want to go around saying you have a lot of followers?
Yep.
Because I've never gone through that phase where I just sat and was like, I want.
When you're starting
a
off,
lot
who
of
could you
people.
send, Kwanzaa? Who could you send such a message when you're starting off?
Shout me out.
Tag me, shout me out. I'm like, what? Kwanzaa, somebody
know.
would block you immediately.
I even have two separate Instagram accounts. Like I have a private one, and in that one, I actually don't want many people following me.
You just want people that you have a personal connection with.
So if I didn't have a YouTube channel, or if one day I wake up and I don't do YouTube, I'll very easily close that one, and on
just
this
go on
other
with your
one,
life.
I won't feel the need to have many people following me.
The pressure for followers, I don't know, but it's just like, and even that's the thing, people even forget about building their brand, and that's why it takes me to a lot of people are ready to do so many things for free. For free, right? Yeah, just because as long as I'm getting like, fame, as long as I'm getting like, I'm exposed out there, you don't need to pay me anything. And that's why like you have like, you are being among the best influencers. A company is approaching you like, we want to do this with you. And then maybe they have a panel of like 15 people they're selecting from. And then they'd be like, but these guys are doing it for free. I'm like, what? what? So why should I do it? Yeah, they volunteer their services, but why me? I haven't volunteered anything.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of tricky, but hey, we just hope the new generation understands from, because like even as you've heard, like, and I'm thinking, you don't talk about much about like just your personal life and like even like the mechanics thing and everything else, mechanical engineering. So a lot of people, like if somebody looks at you, they would assume maybe you're 18. Do you get that a lot? Do you get that a lot? Do you get
lower?
Okay,
Lower.
17?
15,
16.
Yeah.
15, 16. Does that bother you? Because like you're a fifth year student.
Yeah, I'm old.
and look at the things that she likes. She likes mathematics. She's doing mechanical engineering. So does it get at times frustrating for you to like, you want people to take you seriously because like your the stripes that you've already earned like in all these different fields. YouTube, it's not like you just started juicy.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for the longest time. School-wise, what the course that you're just doing, first of all, even if you pay me to do it, no thanks. I don't want to be any part of it. So does it ever get tricky for you to just try and make people take you
seriously?
Yeah, not in a bad way. Don't take it in a bad way. I'm just saying like, at times people would assume like, she's too young. Why would she request for like that kind of? and then now you have to explain yourself like, yo, by the way, I'm not as young as I look, and I have been doing this beer for a while, and just how is that for you? Does it bother you? Because I've seen like you're trying to think on how you can best say this.
Yeah.
And remember, like I said, you can curse on the podcast. Like, fuck those people.
I think growing up was always like the smallest person in everything.
Yeah.
So actually, when it comes to like the size thing, sometimes I don't even remember until someone else says it. Because for me, I've always just assumed everything is bigger to everyone else. Like everyone just sees things the way I see, because I've seen it like that my entire life.
So that's just your perspective.
And the weirdest thing, because I'm 4'11". My best friend is 5'11". That's like a whole foot. So I remember even in high school when we'd walk around, it would be a bit funny because about the respect thing. I think people treat you how you allow them, and B, according to how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
So, for example, when I walk into a meeting, I'm not going in there giggling and trying to smile with you.
There's no smiles.
We are not playing. This is my work.
Yeah.
This is what I'm earning from.
Yeah.
So I've just really learned, and I keep learning, because sometimes when I go, let's say, into meetings, I'll have a lot older women who've been doing this for longer.
And they're just like...
No. In this case, I'm able to like watch and see. Because like there's a recent experience I've had when it came to like payments. And so the brand was like, okay, I know you guys are used to getting 50 before and 50 after, but right now we're only willing to offer the 30 before, and then we can do 70 after, and the 70 has to be after like X days. So personally,
90 working days. I'm not doing that shit.
I was just going to be like, okay, that's cool with me. But the lady sitting next to me, she was like, no, we already agreed on terms in the beginning, so why are we changing them right now?
Yeah.
And so I've really learned how to be firm. Like, you say what you want, because these people have approached you. You're not the one who has gone
go there begging
for them.
Yeah.
So if you give them terms, they should at least be respectable enough to be able to work with you in those terms. And also, I don't know, the more you start also respecting yourself, then you don't also allow people to treat you some way. You can see that someone is treating you a way, you're just like, no, what, the
you
job
allowed
is not worth it. Just walk away from it. So the next time, they'll come to you, they'll come correct. They'll know how to approach you nicely. So yeah.
I guess it's just one of those things that, I had to know, like, just from your perspective, like, how does it go? Do you have to really, like, walk in somewhere and demand for, like, proper, like, just be extremely rude kwanza, so that, you get people's attention, like, yo, you need to take me seriously because of A, B, C, and D. But, that's a good way of putting it. And since you've mentioned it, brand partnerships, how has your experience just been in general? Because is it something that you are expecting, or do you see it growing more? Do you have fun working with like brands? Because like we've said, yes, somebody can pay you money, but you're like,
it's not worth it.
This person, by the way, they're paying me, but and like you've said, as much as you'd be making the AdSense thing on YouTube, I think we all know now, like, the best way for influencer marketing, just you to like just make money out of it, is definitely brand partnerships.
Yeah.
How has your experience been, and do you see yourself like, are there some companies that you're eyeing, if I start working with these people, I think
I think in the beginning when I first started out doing YouTube, influencer marketing hadn't really caught on. Like, it was a bit difficult to come to a brand and convince them that you can get them sales just by mentioning something or demonstrating something in channel. But these days it's growing. I feel like more and more companies are just like, this thing, it's working. As in, even just to bring awareness of a product, it's really, really working. And Yeah, it's definitely picking up. The only thing with me personally is that I don't work with a brand if I don't already use their product, or if it's the first time me using it, then I'll do a first experience, like just like my first
Trying it
experience
out, yeah.
with the video.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I have a client who she had some face oils, and so since last year I started testing out her oils, and they weren't cheap because like the whole
Yeah.
the whole pack was really expensive, almost like 20k for all the oils.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
No.
So
What?
I told her,
Were you buying or were they giving you
they
the
were
product?
giving it to me because
okay.
I told her if I've never used it, I just can't go out there and tell people to buy
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So she gave it to me. She was like, cool, you use it and then we'll discuss further. It's been like 6 months now. When she came back to me, I was like, you know what? I mean, I've used it, but if you ask me if I'd buy it again, I honestly wouldn't buy it again. I've not
20
seen
Gs.
any difference, you know.
And for that money.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm sorry,
Hey.
I can't market your product. And the first thing that actually dinged in my mind is that during that meeting, she was explaining to me that a friend of hers just used influencer marketing because he knew it works, but his product was basically useless.
Now you can't get away with that anymore.
Yeah,
Because you
but
can.
putting it out there,
Yeah.
I don't know, I just personally can't, because I've met people who told me, I saw you using this, so that's why I bought it.
Yeah.
So imagine someone,
Hey,
and you
20.
knowingly, you know it does not work, and you want someone to go and spend all that money
Yeah.
on products. Because you know, women, when they want good skin, I've seen people spending so much money. It's so easy for a woman to give out that 20k if she really wants
Because they
good
do
skin.
believe
Yeah.
and they want the results.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's even fair to like a consumer if you would do something like that.
It's not cool.
So
yeah. Okay. So now we've talked a lot about just, your whole digital space, what you do and everything. But, I just want to tap into like just your personal, just a bit as we wind up the podcast. Because
Cool.
this is like, I don't know whether I told you the podcast is all about health, wealth, love and happiness. That's like just the 4 pillars of life. And everybody like has like just a different journey. If you ask them about this, they'll give you a different answer. What was your life like just before the whole YouTube thing? Like, are you an introvert or just a chilled out person? If you go to a social spot, even now if you go to a social spot, are you the kind of person who like just, it's me and my friends? Or are you walking out? Me, I'm the kind of person, if I ingia some, I'm like, how at least I have to leave this place knowing 40 new people. Okay, what's up? What do you do? Okay, so okay. What else? So
Yeah.
I'll make conversations, but I'll leave up. But that's just me. Not so many people do
actually,
that.
that's how we met.
Yeah, because you remember,
Yeah.
because I was like, yo, same, like, yo, what's up? You're doing this, and this. I like what you do. I have a pot, and I'm direct, so that if somebody, doesn't feel this vibe, I'm like, yeah.
They tell you.
Yeah, and you remember what I told you, like,
Yeah.
hey,
No
if
pressure.
you're not up, no pressure. If you're not up for the podcast, it's all good. No hard feelings. I'll go work hard at it, and then maybe next time we meet, you might actually want to be on the podcast. Yeah. So I'm that kind of person. So what kind of person were you or are you just outside YouTube? Social? Are you?
I'm very introverted. I am not an out there person at all. So even like you said, when I go out, I'm with just my tiny group of friends.
You know why I
and we're
asked
just,
that, right?
Why?
It's because of how I met you. I don't know, she's like, why you guys just seated on one place? I'm like, no, come on. Let's just talk a bit. You're like, hey, what's going on?
I'm introverted. My brother actually always used to complain because my brother makes friends very easily.
Yeah.
He's more of an out there person.
Go somewhere and just...
Mimi, in the estate, people even took such a long time to know I was ever in that
After
house.
YouTube, maybe. They're like, oh, this is the girl we've been seeing in that movie.
Actually, like the amount of time someone from the estate will like see me coming in and then they'll be like, you live here?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I actually do. So I think the only thing that changed really is getting noticed more often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walking down the street, someone will be like, huh? Or even if someone doesn't say it, they'd look at you, those ones for,
Yeah.
look, you look familiar.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only difference. And yeah.
But are you introverted because like you just like your space, or you just don't know how to? There are people who like, just find it hard, being in new environments or just new people all over your
Yeah.
face and any.
I also don't think I know how to, especially make friends, like approach a new person and
You
just
can't?
be like, oh my god, that's like the
That's a nightmare.
hardest thing
That's a
for me.
nightmare.
But then the thing is, if someone else comes and
Oh,
they're
you're
like,
good,
hi,
you're receptive,
yeah,
and-
I'm
oh,
like, I'm
okay.
usually so happy. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, let's talk,
Yeah.
let's be friends. But then me actually doing it, I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh my god,
It's
do I
just-
have to?
It's just too much
Even
work.
for that first word to come out, I feel like
Yeah.
I've pushed myself so much.
I love doing it so much that at times I think I love
Overdo it.
making people feeling uncomfortable. Like, yo, what? Like I love, but I'm a genuine person. Like if I know you have something going on and I've seen it, as long as I don't see you being like the kind of person who treats people badly, and I'll definitely walk to you and tell you like, yo, by the way, you have this is going on. Whatever you're doing, it's nice. This and this and this.
That's cool.
But I'll just tell you. I'll tell you and then bounce. I won't be there like huggy and
Yeah.
now even make you even more
Yeah.
uncomfortable. But I'll just take that step and initiative to just tell you like, yo, because I know how it feels as a creative. Like anytime you get that, like, yo, by the way, whatever I did, I saw that video.
And it's good. Yeah.
You're always like,
yeah.
it's one or two comments, but it will just keep you or give
Going.
you that drive. So since we're still on the personals, what's your DM situation like? I mean,
Oh
is
my.
it crazy? Do you
there-
block
there
people?
Are many. I actually don't block people, but over
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
as in, there's so many that
Yeah.
my, this other side where for
A
people who
request.
don't,
The
yeah, the
request.
requested
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Mine is at 99 plus.
99.
And if I answer like 5, then it will move a bit.
Yeah.
And then when you refresh, it goes back to 99.
Oh wow.
So
Oh wow.
there are so many.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes I tell people, I promise, I'm not ignoring you. I've just not seen
There are
it yet.
just too many.
There are many.
And you have other things to do as well. You have a
because I
life.
feel like some people think, because sometimes I'll get a DM.
Like
and
Maxine was just waiting for my message.
No, I'll get a DM and then a person, let's say, sent the message at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Then at 10, they'll reply with hello.
Yeah.
At 3
Question
again.
marks. Ding, ding,
Are
ding,
you
ding.
ignoring me?
Ah, come
a few
on
minutes
now.
later, please get back to me. I'm like, guy,
Yeah.
can you be patient?
Hold on, I will
Even
answer.
You, are
Yeah,
you
hold
just
on.
sitting
Yeah,
there on the
hold
phone
on.
on Instagram?
Even you should be like, hello, chill out, chill out. Give your response.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, okay, just that I just wanted to know. And then how's your? Are you in a relationship? Are you seeing someone, or you prefer to? You see that? And funny thing, one day I'll go back and just put all these videos when I ask people this question, and you see like all their reactions. They're always like, yeah. Uh-huh.
You should actually really be interested in
Oh,
saying
trust
that.
me. Oh, trust me. I will.
But yeah, I'm in a relationship. Actually, someone asked me why I never used to admit this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's your story. I'll tell you when the mics are off. but-
Off camera. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm currently in a relationship.
How's that going? Do you think you're more productive like when you're in a relationship because like you're just psyched, you have like that support system, or maybe when you're single, that's when like you actually like tap into your creative juices and everything?
I think my relationship life and work is completely like it's separated. I don't know. Okay, let me. There's a relationship I was in at some point, and I actually discovered that I got so used to having someone there that even doing things on my own became hard. Like even just going out and filming by myself.
You can't.
Because I was so used to, having the company. So when I got out of that, then I took a break for a really long time. Then I
Even
had
on YouTube.
No. Just
Or like
with,
just
with
just the whole
relationships.
relationship
So
thing.
I focused on really being able to do stuff like even simple things like going out to a restaurant and eating by myself. I used to find that so difficult.
Yeah.
These days, oh my god, I can sit like right there, order
eat.
all my food and
Eat,
shamelessly
chill,
eat.
relax, yeah.
Browse the internet and go home. But there was a point where that was really difficult. So I think I separated myself and I became a whole person
Yeah.
first before including another person, so that with or without that person
You
I'm
can still
okay.
function, yeah.
Life goes on fine, so I don't feel the need to just drag someone along when
Yeah,
I'm
just-
doing
yeah,
everything.
yeah. And just for somebody like you, is it easy? Do you think it's good to like date somebody who's like in the same creative space as you, or just somebody in a different field? Like what's ideal to you?
I think if it's a fellow creative, then it's a bit simpler because then A, they understand, and B, sometimes you want B-roll, like you're just sitting and you want footage of
Hold
someone.
that camera.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so if it's someone who doesn't understand, then they just shikilia the camera
You have
like
that
this.
assistant that you don't have to
Yeah.
pay. You're like, yo, you know my angles. Get that shit
Exactly.
right, yeah.
So if it's someone who's also in the creative space, then it's really simple because you just hand them the camera and they're like, I got you, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes it easier, but then again, also if the person is not in the creative space, I think they're also teachable.
Yeah, you
Because
can
if
always.
it's someone who, I feel like you should be helping each other grow. So
Yeah.
if it's someone who wants to see you winning, then
They would
they'd
definitely
learn to
do
take
that.
those B-rolls.
And then now just being like in your position, because you know, like for you, you can no longer just like walk somewhere and like even if it's like let's say a mall and people not like just know it, you'll have like a few people who they're like, hey, by there you know her from. The way we are saying it. So do you think it's for you, like do you think it's a good thing to just keep like your relationship a bit private, or should you just be out there in like plaster your boyfriend from like the first picture to like the last? Why are you laughing? It's a legit question because you know it's kind of tricky because maybe you like this person and you like to show the whole world, but then again also you have to like consider like, yo, what if we're not there for the longest time, or if just so many other things might come to play. What's your take on that?
I think the rule that I follow is keep your relationship life private, but don't keep your partner secret. Like it's not a secret that I am dating this person,
but I don't
you
have
won't
to
see me plastering it. Like if I meet subscribers out on the street, I actually introduce him and I'm like, yeah, this is him. It's not a secret, but you just won't see me shouting it.
Don't get people
and
get upset, Yani, like
exactly,
she has a boyfriend.
I've actually had someone at the
never
club
had.
telling me,
Yeah.
Nime unsubscribe.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying because there are also those people who like just because you've subscribed to this person, you just want to visualize them single. You don't want to imagine that they actually
another person.
there's another person who actually makes them smile or even just makes them happy.
But after the Tower story, I don't think anyone will be releasing their stuff out to the public.
Just keep that shit private. Keep it private. No, it's just safer. And then like how Kenyans can be really malicious.
Yeah.
They can know your partner and
that's when anatafutwa.
Oh yes.
And then
when he was single, nobody's bothering. Like, but this is the reason why Maxine is always smiling. Now we want that guy.
And then also putting them in compromising situations. And
of
then
course.
Kuna mtu kwa anapiga picha ndo akutumie. As in, I just I think
it's
those
not
are
the
the
best
main
way to go
reasons
about it, isn't
I
it?
keep it private.
Okay, that's a good, and just keep it private. By the way, we don't need to see you somewhere trying to. You know. So, what's just before I ask you the last question, what's an ideal date like for you? What's an ideal like first date?
Something
and
simple.
What do you think of this place?
I think it's nice.
Does it bring back any nice memories of? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Wow.
I don't believe I'm
feel
that
like,
funny.
yeah.
I don't believe that I'm that funny.
I think someone might have given out some information.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
No?
About this place?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
I just know they have like bomb-ass smoothies.
Uh-huh.
That's what we're having. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Memorable smoothies, I'd say that. Yeah.
First date, simple. I'm actually a very simple person. So something chilled that would allow you to sit down and talk to the other person and get to know them.
Oh, I completely
Yeah.
understand. Trust me, I
So those are the things. Nothing too flashy, fancy on the first date. Just simple.
Just somewhere chill, have a
Yeah.
nice conversation, a meal,
Yeah.
extend perhaps maybe till like the restaurant closes, Nothing much, just the usual.
Wow,
Okay, so
wow.
now the last question I have for you before I let you go, and I ask this to everyone. What's the one thing right now that you think you're in pursuit of that would give you like a sense of like just belonging or happiness, or is it maybe a certain job you're chasing or brand partnership? Is it traveling to a certain destination? Is it having a baby? You have like everybody has like their own thing that it's that one thing that you want to achieve like right now, and then everything else will fall to place.
I think for me it's graduating.
Ah.
I've been in school
yeah.
for long enough, so I weirdly feel like my life will start after I've graduated. Like everything will just now start falling into place after.
Yeah.
Because even for things sometimes that I'd want to chase, I can't really 100% chase them because my school schedule is crazy. I have class every day from 8 to 6, apart from one day that it's until 4.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to be able to do other things when I'm in session. So I feel like for me, graduation, oh my God. Yes, you're coming for the party, yeah? Graduation party.
When?
Why when it's there?
Shit.
Your end we can't.
Oh, yeah.
We can't specify.
And by there, that's a very good answer, because if you're in Nairobi Uni, that's the one thing you should be wishing for. So yeah, I think we've just talked about like enough and everything. I mean, I don't think there's anything else that I can ask for now, because you've been such a good sport, and I really appreciate and respect you a lot. And I just hope it's just like, just keep climbing those, steps the same way you're doing. And hopefully by the time we're recouping for another podcast, we have so many other things to talk about.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So where can people find you, and is there something else that you have going on you'd like to plug?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter at Wabosha Maxine, and yeah, as I always sign out, always remember to work hard and have good intentions.
I need to figure out an outro for my podcast. I'm still bad at this. So yeah, that's Maxine, guys. It's a Kiss Capades podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, iTunes, we're there, Spotify, we're coming soon, and any other platforms like Facebook and Twitter, the Kiss Capades podcast. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yo. How was that?
That was good.
Yeah?
That was good.
Don't you already feel like we've been friends for the longest time?